Hey guys, Chloe here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. This one will be all about the Bommal again in a solo video. This time I've done it with Templar, a rare champion that we actually can farm from the campaign, guys. So if you didn't know, you go all the way here to stage, I think it's stage 8. Yeah, stage 8, and you can farm this guy right here, Templar, a spirit rare champion. So why spirit champions are so good for the Bommal boss is because they're strong affinity, and because the Bommal hits so hard, Templar can actually survive much easier than other champions that you want to try in there. And most champions that we end up using in our videos and everybody tries out for the Bommal boss are spirit champions, just because of that extra reason, okay? Other than them being also good. But you know, magic champions don't work as well obviously as spirit ones for that one. So he does have this move right here, which on a 3-turn cooldown when fully booked can actually give you 1 turn of block damage on yourself in order to survive, and that helps a ton with stuff like Bommal's 2 bombs that he puts on the side, and those explode for 40%, which is insane, of your champion's health. So regardless of what defense you've got, it's gonna explode for 40% each. You end up being at 20% if you're aware at full, which normally you're not gonna be at full, and it ends up being a pain. Okay, so this guy, I saw Stu making a video on this guy a long time ago, like 5 months ago. I don't know if Stu found it by himself or somebody else made a video before that, but I just saw Stu's videos first. Okay, but Stu said it couldn't work on 90 hard, and that's what I was testing out. I want to see, okay, does it work on 90 hard? And actually did. It did actually work. The problem with Templar as a champion overall is this thing right here. So he's got this skill on his A1. Let's have a look at him again. His A1 skill can actually apply a decreased speed, which can actually change up the tunes of the boss, and it can be very tricky on how this can go out. Of course, I'm not going to be running him with any accuracy for his decreased speed to land, and in the run that I've tried him on 90 hard, I actually was lucky enough so I did not have a decreased speed debuff landing. And I mean, with the bare minimum of 80 to 100 resist to 100 accuracy that you're gonna have on Templar against the 90 hard boss, the chance for you to apply the decreased speed is only about 3%. So we're talking you're gonna be very unlucky to actually land the debuffs. So that being said, this is one part of why Templar is not that great for this. The other part that is not that great for this kind of setup is that this run will be a manual run, unfortunately. So you cannot do this on auto. So if you are somebody that is bored to spend the next 20 minutes clicking the right abilities and waiting for the next turn to come for you to use your block ability, then this video is not for you, unfortunately. Then the other thing is the gear. Okay, the gear is very important because that's what works. I mean, I found regeneration works best, and I found these stats work other than other stats that I've been trying to use it today on 90 hard. I know lower stats, much lower stats work on lower difficulties, but no, this is 90 hard, and if you want to progress through and go all the way to the end of the Doom Tower, then well, that's why you're watching this video, right? Okay, let's have a look at the overall stats. 70,000 health, which is well, it's hard to get, but the hardest thing than health and defense is getting that speed. 240 speed on Templar. He's a rare champion, so his base stats are already low. 92 base speed with 6-star gear, and that's how I got it. So it's regen and immortal. I've found that regen and immortal are needed. Maybe not immortal, maybe you can run a speed set in there and regen and you can still make it work, but it might get close in some situations and you might need a little bit more health. It's up to you guys to test it more, and it's up to you if you want to try out this specific setup. I mean, I would say he does need the books, although this is a manual run, and you'll see that he overlaps the cooldown. Sometimes he does like a 5 to 3, so he gets 5 turns every 3 turns, so it's not a 6 to 3, so he doesn't get a double loop of his well, his taunt skill, his second skill. So I would say book it out anyway, because you kind of need it sometimes. You might see that you need it. It all depends on how the run goes. But for me, I saw it was pretty much the same rotation throughout by the boss and by the bombs, where Templar would be getting his A2 right before the bombs would. And I'll show you exactly what I mean right before, but I just wanted to make things clear before you go out and max out this guy. And okay, Cold Brew showed it in a video and it works. No, you need some things to be working right. For example, his gear, and I think he needs not to have the decreased speed to land. I haven't tested it again. I've only tested it once and it did work. So War Master, obviously more damage. Whirlwind of Death, extra 18 speed. Spirit Haste, extra 24 speed. So what I've found is that I need a speed lead of 24%, and that's going to be Ursula. Easy champion. If you don't have Ursula, you have something else, then you do need to end up getting that extra speed boost from somebody else, and then accommodate for that difference with the other gear that you're going to add to the champion. So maybe a little bit more speed or a little bit less speed. It all depends on what you use, but you're going to be getting 18 speed out of the offense mastery, 24 out of the support mastery, some speed out of the lead, and it's all up to you which lead you use. And then the gear, for me specifically, the gear gave me 107 speed, if I remember. I think the gear, no, 148 actually. 107 was my previous tries, I think. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, 100. I wrote them down, and I was looking at the different speeds that I had before. But yes, 148, which is a lot of speed, but it is what it is if you want to make this work. And the books are easy to get. You can even farm this guy and actually book him for free if you want to go for the book. So let's go and have a look at the run. So the run, unfortunately, has to be very exact in the sense that you need to kill everybody else from your team before Templar goes to the boss. So Templar needs to be alone at the boss. He does not have to have any of the other champions. I've got the Trundas there to make this run go faster at the start in terms of killing the ads on round 1 and round 2, but after that I can have this on auto, but after that everybody needs to be dead and Templar needs to be solo. Okay, so let's see, we kill this very quickly. I can show you the actual run that was successful. I've tried this on hard and normal, it all works, but with this specific speeds and gear, let's say you built in once, it's gonna have to be manual for each difficulty, maybe not normal. For hard 10, I found that it almost works on auto for the whole duration. It does fail, so it's gonna be manual for all difficulties. I mean, if you're gonna do it once to get it over with, then I guess it's worth it. You do it 6 times for each difficulty, maybe not for normal. Normal can be just brutal through with your gear and your nuclear champions, but everybody else, every other difficulty, hard 10, 50 and 90, I would guess you would need something better. So now I'm just doing this on purpose. I'm not using any skills, so I want the Trundas to die because might speed things up a little bit. But remember, I also need to get a few kills with this guy. So it's not about Trundas being there to kill everybody. He also needs to get 3 kills. So just have that in mind also. Now I'm hitting the corners so that they start killing my Trundas, hopefully. Come on, kill the Trunda. Get this over with. Trundas and Ursula should be dead. I mean, obviously you don't need the Trundas. Anything works as long as it gets you through the waves, and it also acts as a way to give you extra stats. And now you can let this on auto, and he, with the stats that he has, he can kill the 5 champions here as the waves, but it does take a lot of time. So just about to go in now, and it took like a good couple of minutes, right? So we reached the boss. We've got everything ready. We just hit the boss as we would normally do, and now the bombs are out. Okay, the problem with lower speed that I found is that I was hitting the boss okay as normal. Templar wasn't as fast as he is right now, so he wasn't getting as many turns, but I would see this situation right here. We're still good, but you might think, okay, I should use my A2 now. No, because he's fast enough for the boss to go again and to be having your turn right before the bombs go, which is great because we do this, the bombs hit us, The bomb goes off. I'm still protected. I still haven't gotten a turn. So I still protected a little bit, but I'm actually going to go with the A1 now. See the resist there for the speed down. That's great. And then the boss goes and he applies the bombs. Okay, and that's how this goes basically for the duration of the run. But you will notice that after his second time that he drops the bombs, these cooldowns on the top, that's where I was having difficulties with lower speeds. Okay, with the lower speeds, I was having the issue that he would apply his A2 here, be protected, the bombs would not kill me, but the boss will be so fast that he would get a turn right now and hit me while I had the buff, and that will actually apply 2 bombs on myself. So I think this skill right here places 1 bomb and then 1 more if he removes a buff, which he would remove this because it's unresistible, if I remember correctly, the removal. But anyway, we're not running resist. I think it's not unresistible, but still, you cannot run this with high resist either. It's going to be insane on the amount of resist that you need. You need like 800. But I would find this issue right here. And that's why I've run Templar with such a high speed at 240, plus the leader, plus the 2 masters. Okay, and this is the only way it works. Unfortunately, I know that there's other setups out there with Crimson Helm that work with way lower speeds, but that's an epic champion. That's putting resources into an epic champion. The gear is way easier for that though. So it also depends. Did I get Crimson Helm? Yes. Okay, I can do this on a Bommal. No? Then, oh, what am I supposed to do? Well, you've got Templar. Easy to farm, not easy to gear. That's a problem. Well, and this is a solution. And that's how this run goes, basically. You do this for the next... It took me more than 20 minutes before, but that's how it goes with this gear. I haven't tested him with higher speeds. I've tested him with lower speeds and it didn't work, but I'm open to any suggestions for lower speeds that work. And I don't think that it will work on auto because he does get his cooldown back up. And if you have him with priority to use his skills, then he would use it blindly. And even with the cooldown at 4 turns, it wouldn't be enough. Maybe if he was faster, maybe if it was a little bit slower with the 4 turns cooldown, but still, I'd rather do this once, get it over with, and then not have to worry about Bommal ever again. And that's what I usually do, by the way. I do Bommal once, like even with my normal team, and then I don't care about this boss again, because it's so stupid on how this can go. And look at how low he can get, even with Spirit Affinity. Even with the gear that he has, like 3000 defense, he can still get low. I mean, we are protected here, so we basically get like a free heal, but it can still be a tricky situation if you want to go in there with 2500 defense, lower health. You're gonna see it getting very close to dying, and it's all up to you guys to try with the lower stats. I just gave you the minimum that I found working in terms of both speed and you know, the regen immortal gear. Maybe the immortal gear can be skipped to speed gear, which gives you an easier access to that 240 threshold, but it's all up to you if you want to test it with the lower stats. I'm not running this again. This is an insanely you know, long thing to do, especially when I was trying it out. I've been trying it since like 10 a.m. It's 3 p.m. right now. I want to go to the gym. I'll let you guys watch the rest of the thing. If you do find my videos helpful, please consider subscribing, guys. We're stuck on 35,000 subs for like 2 months now. If you are not subscribed, then this is the time. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the run. I'll show you the actual run that I've done, not this one, because I'm not doing this again. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.